Veteran American, the Olympic bronze medalist from a couple of years ago, World Cup gold winner in 2015. We'll get this one underway. So here we go then. Asseco Resovia in their red and white. As David Smith nets to put the first point on the board for Khatam Ardakan from Iran, representing a city of 75,000 people. Not here with Mahdi Morandi, their outstanding libero, who's had to stay at home. Sharam Mahmoudi, their opposite hitter, one of the big hitters in every sense. He couldn't make the trip either. Now Mohamed Senabar served up a couple of aces. Rossard dealt with that one and then pushes it rather wide on the cross court. So an early rangefinder for Rossard, and he needs to find his range. It's Khatam Ardakan up and running early here. Rossard is the receiver again. He's blocked out of that one. Perry's done really well. Back court. Schultz goes for the little poke. That's nicely dug out by Tabari. And then the push from Gassem Karkane is good enough. Well, Schultz and Modzonek were there, but that was the rescue. That was Ali Tabari doing brilliantly, and then that was really clever. Just a big push there from Karkane. Off to a flyer here, Khatam Ardakan. Almost an ace there. Rossard only just managed to get over that. Second touch was a big one. Karkane will go for the cross court, and there is no stopping them. Khatam Ardakan off to a flyer. Georgi Cretu is as stunned as anybody at the turn of events early here. Well, it was only just kept alive there and nothing else by Shoji, but they still haven't warmed up at all. They continue to serve Rossard. There's a pancake there brilliantly from Vardy, and the block comes in. Marcin Modzonek with a "I've had enough of this" block to get Asseco Resovia on the board. But that was a good burst of serving from Mohamed Senabar. He'd had enough, hadn't he? The veteran skipper. Wonderful pancake there from Mohamed Vardy, but in vain. Modzonek says enough is enough. Schultz, the World Championship winner, with serve. The block comes in, but it can't keep it in play. So Modzonek not able to double up, as he did a match point down 48 hours ago. Nicely picked up by Velei. And here is Ali Tabari. It's a decent one, serving for Teos Mika. And then off the block, Thibaut Rossard gets his campaign up and running. Well, Adel Kalami feeling his neck here for Khatam Ardakan. He's been stripped of 3 injured players already, can barely lose a fourth. Rossard goes for the big aggressive jump serve, and it's an ace. Well, the flight of the ball changed by that net cord, but nobody moved on that Khatam Ardakan backcourt. So Asseco Resovia looking to get themselves moving here. He's pushed that a long way forward, and it's a foot fault. Just lost the flight of the ball there completely, Thibaut Rossard. Side out, Khatam Ardakan. Really had to reach for that. Now here's Gassem Karkane with the flat serve to Rossard. They'll send it backside. Schultz will drive that with authority. Well, that was as easy as you like. Marcin Modzonek, a member of the 2014 World Championship winning squad. There's an overpass. Ooh, this might be a missed opportunity here. Tabari just sends one over. Modzonek catches that again. It's backside. And Schultz driving it down the line, but out. And there's a call against Schultz anyway for a foot fault. Either way, Schultz knows. Yeah, there it is. Look at his left foot. Contact with the line. If there's any contact with the line, that's a foot fault. Rossard, Shoji goes front side this time. Varies it up. Looks for David Smith. So Asseco Resovia continuing to chase here. Kawika Shoji early here in this first set. Shoji will look to see what he can come up with on serve. It's a good one. Nicely handled by Karkane, and Velaye will try and put that away. And does. Well, they need big production out of Akbar Velaye tonight. Khatam Ardakan, if they're to get a win here. And they're going to need a lot of production out of this man right here, Mohamed Vardy. Back serving now. Will handle setting. They continue to go after Rossard here. That's Mika. Can't get the winner. They've kept it alive. Velaye will look to keep it going as well. Mika was there defensively. Vardy will set up Velaye again, and another block comes in. Smith picking that one up. They kept testing that near side block where Mika and Smith were just not going to be denied, working really effectively in tandem. And it's Smith who will pick up the point. And then Mateus Mika back to serve. That was a bit of a mess, but did they get away with it? Yes, they did. Mohamed Senebar goes big. Not the best service reception you'll ever see from Nazari, but when big Mohamed Senebar swings through, take cover. Velaye back there now, serving 9-6. Khatam Ardakan. Rossard, pretty quiet up till now. They don't want to wake him up, that is for sure. Khatam Ardakan, because as we saw yesterday, Rossard can handle a very heavy load. It tends to get better the warmer he gets. And we're back with David Smith. They faked it, and it didn't come off for them. Schultz didn't come off for Schultz either. Nazari is there. Vardy sets up Karkane, and he will take one off the block. Schultz is kicking himself that he didn't put away the earlier opportunity, I think. Nothing to do with the failed block. This would have been a tough one to pull in. Not close. Karkane just too good for him. Side out Khatam Ardakan with Senebar, the man who's early serving. Gave them this lead. Schultz backside. Senebar picked that up, and it's going to come straight back over. Perry. First touch, and the decisive touch of the Shoji set comes from the Frenchman, Thibaut Rossard. Here's Schultz, who came up with a few timely aces in that win over Santa Cruzero. Not going to get an ace there, nicely handled. And Karkane goes cross-court. Now where's that going to go? Straight back over, first touch. So Karkane will have another go. Tries to just finesse that one. And then Karkane decides that's enough finesse. Let's just put on a bit of power first touch. Get this job finished. Well, Asseco Resovia were always scrambling for that one. I'm not sure how Mika managed to get that over, keep it in play. But Karkane denied once, wasn't going to be denied twice. And it's still that 3-point lead as Ali Tabari goes for a big one that's just too big. Side out Asseco Resovia. So here's Rossard, the Frenchman, a World League gold medalist from last year. That's trouble. That's big trouble. Service reception not right from Farhad Nazari, who knows it. This was always putting the setter under intense pressure, and Vardy could get no play with Mika right there. So Rossard pulls a point back, another one here. And Asseco Resovia will be back on terms. Much better ball toss. Absolutely sizzled it. Well, again, they were standing still in the backcourt of Khatam Ardakan as Rossard went for this one, bisecting Vellier and Nazari, and Reza Mohammed has seen that early lead. So we're level. And Rossard will continue to try and put on a power show with his serving. Push that one quite a long way forward, gets away with it. Nazari does a much better job. Khatam scrubs one off the block, side out Khatam Ardakan. Well, Fahad Nazari knew exactly what was coming then and was ready for it. Nevertheless, Asseco Resovia, if they can side out here, will be back on level terms after being forced to chase 3 points. Rossard handles that, and the job is finished by the big fella, Marcin Modzonek. Placement, everything. And the Resovia captain will now serve at 12 all. It's a pretty flat serve. And Vellier can't find a winner. Yes, he can. Double touch is the call against Marcin Modzonek. Oh, there's touch there. There's definitely a touch there as well from Kawika Shoji. Well, you can take whichever one you want there. Shoji with the setup work. Mateusz Mika. He won't give you too many highlight reel plays, Mateusz Mika, but he will be very effective. His percentages in the game against Sada Cruzeiro were hugely impressive, and he started off this match with a high level of efficiency. Now here's Kawika. That wasn't very efficient. Really took out the coach on the sidelines. Mohamed Vardy then will go back. Mika's service reception wasn't the best there. Schultz just has to dink that, and I think he's dinked it beautifully. Vardy's saying he got underneath it. They're saying floor touch. Vardy's saying, no, I got the pancake under that. Nothing else there really for Schultz. Did he get anything under it? He looked like he got a lot under that. And they're going to say that's a floor touch. Well, Vardy's immediate reaction was that I got it. Now, sometimes a player will get contact, but there will be floor contact as well. Vardy will be reasonably optimistic that this call might go his way. Well, it's saying floor touch because there's a bit of both. No question that Vardy got underneath it, but a bit of the balls also contacted the floor. Great effort there from Mohamed Vardy, in vain. So we're level. Here's Mika. Floats one in the direction of Khatam. Tabari. There's all sorts of stuff going on at the net there. Tabari just carried on his forward progression. Yeah, there he goes. Couldn't actually see it, but you saw the net ripple. So Mateusz Mika will continue as Asseco Resovia look to build now. Another point on serve will assure them of the lead. Tabari's out of there. Ramin Kani Molahadjilu is in. Nothing doing there for Vellier far side, and they're scrambling around. Vardy's recycled something out of nothing there. Well, Schultz slipped. And I don't suppose for 1 second Mohamed Vardy thought to himself, I've got a winner here. This was just hope for the best. And the best was good enough. Well, that's a big bonus. Keeps them level. Mika handles service reception. Put away by David Smith, who wasn't messing about there. Taking the set off his fellow American Kawika Shoji's side out. Here is Smith, having finished off at one end. He's now at the far end. Let's see if he can get his serve going. Been a bit here, there and everywhere. David Smith's serve so far, that's a lot better. Oh, he's just missed. Oh, it looked like it might just have caught something. That was close. Well, that's getting challenged. You can see why it was getting challenged. Because it was well in. It looked good in real time. And the replay system is there to overturn these calls when they do go awry. The side judges and the chair get most of them right, but every so often you need a second look. So it's an ace for David Smith. Then the net serve. But Khatam Ardakan are the team that need a point on serve just to get back level. Though good news for them, Mohamed Senabar is due up next. He serves as well as anybody for the Iranians. Rossar not exactly handling that brilliantly. Can he finish the job instead? Goes cross court, where only Mohamed Senabar was in the vicinity. And you don't want the big fellas diving to their sides. Wasn't the greatest service reception, it has to be said, but he immediately put himself in a position to go for the wide cross court. And Senabar is a man of many talents. The backcourt digs, that's tough for the big fellas. Here's Damien Schultz looking to try and build on this 2-point lead that Asseco Resovia have conjured for themselves. Khatam handles that one. The block comes in, but it won't stay in. So Adel Ghalami gets the better of Marcin Modzonek on this occasion. Just when the big Polish number 17 thought, that's mine, it just wouldn't stay in for him. So Khatam Ardakan stay close. Modzonek had a big landing area there. And he found that disconnect between front court and back court. That's the little dink over there. Drop it in and around that 3-meter line. There's a good chance you're going to win the point. Now, Thibaut Rossard is a good source of points on serve as well, potentially for Asseco Resovia. Ghalami's handled that one. The block is there, but once again, Marcin Modzonek frustrated. Well, the big Polish number 17 is certainly making his presence felt. Well, he's not getting the bounce. The good news is, though, for Asseco Resovia, Modzonek is getting to a lot of these spikes from Khatam Ardakan, and one or two of them will drop his way. Khatam serves Rossard. That's not a good one at all from Rossard. Vardy with options, Velaye, and that's good enough. Put that one down to service reception. They were chasing a point on serve, and they've just won it, and we're level again. Anytime it comes back on first touch, you have got to take full advantage. So George Cretu now says that's enough. Let's call a timeout. More slender lead. Only to see the Iranians pull that back. We're back on terms then with Khatam Khatam, the opposite hitter for Khatam Ardakan, up to serve next. Rossard handles that, not much to handle there, and Schultz can't beat Khatam. But the power from Schultz was too good. Khatam couldn't get the control he needed. So side out Asseco Resovia. And Marcin Modzonek is back there to serve. Clipped the net on the way through. Velaye got to make that one. But it's too good. The block finally gets one. They're saying, let's have another look at that. They may have a case. Velaye saying, well, it didn't come back off me. Well, they're not able to challenge this one. Vardy and Golami in particular. Would love to have something else to say about that, and Reza Mohammed quite rightly. Now, confirmation of the score here. It's Asseco Resovia playing in their own gym. 2 points up against Khatam Ardakan, first set. Marcin Modzonek getting ready to serve. Here we go. Another net skimmer. Velaye puts that away with authority, side out. Ardakan sticking around here, making a nuisance of themselves. Now, Tayyab Ain Samarain looks like he's coming in for Vardy. That's Aini, as he's known to his teammates. Tayyab on the back of his shirt. But that is a big defensive blocker that they brought in for Vardy. So this is where they want to try and pull this point back right here. Golami back to serve. And Tayyab help on the defensive side of things. Schultz picked up brilliantly. Karkane, backcourt, Velaye. Just gone long. What an opportunity that was for Akbar Velaye. After that wonderful dig from Gassem Karkane as well, that was a chance. So Tayyab will come back out, Vardy will come back in. And Kawika Shoji, who sends a rather wild serve in last time up, nearly took the coach out on the other side. Let's see what he can conjure up this time. Goes for the big ball toss. That's a zinger. And the block is there. Centre bar denied. Velaye will get a second bite at this. The block's there again. Somehow they've recycled that. Goodness knows how. And then the job is eventually finished far side by Mateus Mika. Well, they were on full defensive stretch out there, Khatam Ardakan. But the pole stuck with it. The block is starting to turn the screws on the Iranian side. And eventually Mateus Mika was put in a situation where he couldn't miss. Goodness only knows how they kept that in the air, but they did. Now there's trouble here. Velaye will just have to push this over and hope for the best. Mika is there. Shoji's got options. Goes back to Mika, who can't finish the job. Velaye might be able to, and does. That's a blown opportunity for Asseco Resovia. And it's a bit of a gift for Akbar Velaye. Well, they had control of this. Went for the little dink there, Mika, instead of the big hit. And they pay for that. So, Khatam Ardakan give themselves hope once again. Vardy with serve. Shoji pushes it far side. Job finished. David Smith says, no second chances here. Set point, Asseco Resovia. The American driving that one in. Getting an attaboy from his teammates. Damian Schultz in particular. And it's Mika serves, floats one in. This at set point. And that took a touch on the way through. Well, no, it didn't. It's Asseco Resovia. Well, it's been called. But is this going to be challenged? You would think it has to be. Asseco Resovia getting off the court. Well, they might have to come back, because that certainly looked in real time as if that took a touch. Well, that is what Reza Mohammed is hoping for here, and the rest of the Khatam Ardakan players. Is there a touch or not? Ooh. Smith's getting over there, and it's very close, but there is no touch. The call is correct. On the floor, and Asseco Resovia secure the first set. 25. Trentino volley, which will give us 2 Italians, 1 Russian and 1 Polish team in the final 4. Unless Khatam Ardakan can do something about that. 2. After that bright start, they faded out at the business end of the first set. Khatam Ardakan. Let's see if they can regroup here. Mika handles service reception. Rossard has to go for the little tip. Can't get the better of Velaye. Blocks there once again. This Polish block is really starting to cause some problems and forcing the overhits. Well, do they want this reviewed as well? They were thinking about it. They've decided against it. So even though the blocks aren't necessarily anything more than just containing blocks, Asseco Resovia's blockers are just a constant nuisance. Smith sends one into Khatam. No problems there. Far side for Molahadjilu. Really nicely played. Akbar Velaye serving at 1-all. Rossard picks that one up. Schultz drives it down. You would think Asseco Resovia would want to get out of here with a 3-set win if they can after the drama of 48 hours ago. That down the line from Schultz was perfection. Schultz, who always seems to have an ace at a timely moment, will serve here at 2-1. Service reception good once again. Senebar finishes the job. Get the big fella off the quick set. Pretty much impossible to defend that. Very nice pick up there from Velaye. Senebar finishing. Senebar now serving. Had a couple of aces in that defeat against Trentino. Really good pick up back court there from Velaye. And there's another block though. They're just seeming to be getting to so many Khatam Ardakan spikes that it's just a nuisance much as anything. Velaye, great work defensively. And then the job finished by Modzonek, with Rossard right alongside him. Here's Rossard at the other end, serving. That's been pushed out by Khatam. That's an early lead established for the home side. Keeps Rossard in at serve. Oh, and he's nailed an ace. Anytime you've got Thibaut Rossard back there serving, you need to get him out of there as fast as you can. That miss down the line from Khatam may really come back to haunt Khatam Ardakan, because he's followed that up with an ace. Reza Mohammed is forced to call a timeout. And Rossard's serving can be. They're really struggling with the Polish blocking. They're also struggling with Thibaut Rossard's serve. And the Frenchman will go for another big one here. Too big. Side out. Molahadjilu back to serve next. 3-5. Khatam Ardakan chasing early here in this second set. And they'll be doing a bit more chasing after that net. Side out. There's the veteran skipper, Marcin Modzonek. Not only a world champion in 2014, a World League gold medalist in 2012. He nets. Khatam then will be up next in the rotation. Rossard handles that. Rossard beat by the block. What about that? Gulami. Well, haven't seen too many stuff blocks coming back at Asseco Resovia, but this was one. Well, there's actually a foot fault in there as well. Khatam. Mika's blocked out of it now then. What's going on? Gulami's in the middle of that again. He was certainly there. Khatam was alongside him. Well, Get a dose of their own medicine here, Asseco Resovia. Their leader's gone. Khatam will continue. Where's Shoji going to place this? Towards Mika. Mika can't find a winner. Velaye was back there, and then the block comes back the other way. So we're getting a bit of defensive work on both sides now then. And it was Kavika Shoji getting the better of Akbar Velaye. He'll now serve. That's his reward for the block point. Picked up by Khatam. Vardy will send it backside, and that was hit with authority by Ramin Mollahajilu. We're level again. Yeah, put plenty of extra hot sauce on that one. Swinging right through that. There's the sneaky floater from Galami. Perry, the libero, spotted that. That was a really important pickup by the Aussie libero. David Smith finishes the job, and this was all about the quick reactions out of the backcourt by Perry. Smith finishing the job, side out. Mika. Service reception is awful. Vardy's just pushed it over at the second touch, not sure he meant to. Rossar can't beat Nazari, backcourt, and then the block's there again. Rossar with the defensive point. It's one thing being beaten by the Rossar serve. It's one thing being beaten by his big outside hitting, but then he's coming up with stuff blocks as well. Giving him a bit of everything. So Mika will stay with serve. Not now, he won't. Let's push that one a little bit. Mohamed Vardy will be up next. The Iranians chasing again. Mika handling serve. Rossar had all the time in the world just to pick his placement. And he decided, you know what, cross-court looks the good option. And he was absolutely right. He's happy enough. He'll be even happier if David Smith put another point on with serve. There it is. That's Damian Schultz going to work alongside Marcin Modzonek. Once again, they're getting just to so many of these spikes. Schultz just wiped him out there. That keeps Smith in at serve. Nazari picks that one up. Vardy will send it back over again to Ramahajalu, who wins on this occasion, but they've got some damage to repair now. Khatam Ardakan. Smith will check out for a breather as Luke Perry, the libero, comes back in. And Akbar Velaye will serve. Too long. So it's a three-point lead for the Polish hosts, with Damian Schultz, the World Championship winner from a few weeks ago, up next. It's a good one. Nazari's done really well to keep that in play. The block is there again. Now, can Nazari feed a teammate? Khatam denied backcourt by Mika, and then Schultz decided that's enough, but it took the antenna on the way through. So that goes to Khatam Ardakan. Well, he really put everything into this, Damian Schultz. Here he is, full throttle. And the antenna felt it. Touched the antenna, instant dead ball. Centre bar then. Mika's taken care of that. Can Rossar take care of the rest? Yes, he can. Nice and deep. No one home backcourt for Khatam Ardakan. So Khatam Ardakan don't look like they're capable of closing the gap. Asseco Resovia don't look like they're able to pull away. We're having a bit of a side-out duel here at the moment. The next point on serve, whoever gets it, could be pivotal. Rossard with a sizzler once again. Well, that's Khatam asked to do an awful lot of work. No chance. Well, that's the quality of the serve. It had Nazari in desperate trouble with service reception, and Khatam was not in a good position at all. And Shoji, with an assist from his skipper right next to him, was able to put that away, and now that's a big gap opened up. And Rossard is still in the server position. And Nazari's just at full stretch again. Now where's this going? Second touch from Mika is not a good. First touch from Mika is not a good one, and groans. That one goes to Khatam Ardakan. You can see that the decision making of Mateusz Mika there did not impress. Net contact just ending what was a scruffy point for Asseco Resovia. That sees Khatam Ardakan keep their hopes alive here. They certainly couldn't afford another one to go against them. Here's Mollahalajulu. Mika takes care of that one. Really big dig there from Mollahalajulu. Khatam gets the winner as well, scrubbing one off the block, and Khatam Ardakan coming right back here. It's a really good, hard-working effort. Shoji got a finger on it, and it just spun off the American setter. Mika could not get there. So Mollahalajulu will continue. Still needing a couple of points on serve. Mika collects that one. Shoji sends it backside. Schultz blocked out of it. Perry picks it up back court. Mika goes for the touch. That's picked up. And then Khatam. Schultz keeps that one alive. Mika, mid-range, just has to swing and hope. Mollahalajulu picked that one up. Khatam. Perry's back there. Really good rally this. Can Mika finish it? Well, well, well. That's a big, big rally and another big opportunity for Mateusz Mika that's gone begging. Well, Mika gets a bit of an attaboy there from David Smith as the timeout is called by Georgi. As Rami Mollahalajulu will continue. And Khatam Ardakan within 1 point of levelling this back up again, just when it looked like Asseco Resovia had broken their backs. Here they come again. Oh, that's a big one. Just a bit too big. Nevertheless, Khatam Ardakan are back in this. So close to a foot fault. Now, Marcin Modzonek serves Velaye, who's made a right mess of that. Khatam just has to push it over. They get in each other's way, but it's kept alive, and Schultz just has to poke and hope. That's no good. They'll send it backside. Now, can Mika conjure something up? Well, he's kept it in play. There's a clever little touch there, but it's gone out. Oh, the idea was right from Adel Gholami, but the execution wasn't quite there. It was a clever little touch. Well, they're going to review that. Any part of the circumference of the ball touches any part of the line, covers any part of the line, that will count as in. And there might just be a case here for Adel Gholami, because this is going to be mighty close. Oh, just missed out. It was close. And that gives Asseco Resovia a bit of breathing space once again. A point on the Modzonek serve. So he will stay in. Serving Khatam. Vardy sets up Khatam again. Well, not much of a play here, just push from Mika just to recycle that. And Vardy says second touch, nobody expecting it, thank you. Side out. Always best used as a shock tactic, you can't overuse it, but nobody was expecting that. Khatam back to serve. Mika handles that one. Rather overset though. An overpass. There was no chance for the setter. Yeah, had no play on that at all. Shoji. Back they come again then, looking for one more point to level it up. Been here before. Khatam, can they level? No, they can't. Side out. Shoji. He's nets as well. Mika handles serve. Smith can't finish the job. There's a recycle opportunity here, and it's taken. Akbar Velaye, far side, keeps Khatam. Ardakan's recovery in full swing. Rather lucky there from Velaye, but they all count. And then, nothing lucky about that. Just managed to rub one off the block. It's a draw. Ardakan level. Schultz comes near side. That'll do. Now, having fought their way back level, they've got to stay there. That was clever from Schultz. But Khatam Ardakan are throwing themselves at everything at the moment. Mika with serve. Kept alive. Can Schultz conjure up something here? Once again, they've managed to just keep it alive. Nazari. Schultz picks that up. Oh, there's trouble. Yeah, that goes in favour of Khatam Ardakan. A scruffy point that neither team really had control of. And the ball falls kindly for the Iranians, who are back level. And Mohamed Vardy will serve. Mika. Smith blocked out of it by big centre bar. Rossar decides to just take a lot off it and just spin it off the block. And that'll do. Side out. Modzonek comes back in as they look for some defensive work. Smith with serve. Too long. Level again. Hard work this second set. Khatam Ardakan really pushing hard here. Akbar Velaye has been prominent in the action. Rossar. It was never in doubt. So good with those cross courts. Thibaut Rossar. That'll send Damien Schultz back, and if they do want something out of Damien Schultz, now would be a good time to find it on serve. There it is, right there. That gives Asseco Resovia control of the set back at a very timely moment. A trademark Damien Schultz ace. Forces a timeout. You can't play it much better than that from Damien Schultz. Split the two backcourt defenders, dropped it on the... Well, Khatam Ardakan side out. That's nicely picked up by Khatam. Will look to finish the job, but can't. Shoji with options, sends it backside to Schultz. And Schultz single-handedly is taking control of this second set for Asseco Resovia. The ace is followed by the cross-court winner. And Asseco Resovia have breathing room once again at the business end of this second set. 25 points will do it. He must win by 2 clear points. Schultz serves on. It's another gem. Too hot for Farhad Nazari to handle backcourt. Well, Damien Schultz has proved to be the difference maker here. That's 3 points in a row, and he's down for all of them. Here he goes again. This time he nets. Khatam can get their side out, but surely Schultz and those 3 points getting big applause for that shift. That's done enough, surely, to secure a 2-set lead here. Unless Mohamed Senabar can come up with something. Senabar's overdue an ace. Not going to get it there. Mika ends up on the floor. Rossar had time to look around and then just pushes it. Karkane. Jalou can't pick it up either. Schultz, not much of a play on there for him. Velaye collects that. Karkane blocked out of it, but it drops out of play. So Khatam still haven't given this up. George Kretu says, well, third time they've had a lead. They've let the other two slip. Khatam are really fighting hard here. But they've got no safety net now. They need points from Mohamed Senabar on serve. Shoji sends it to Schultz. Schultz takes it to set point. Everybody on their feet, of course. And it's Thibaut Rossard. Can he finish this second set with an exclamation mark? Here we go, that high ball toss. Rossard zings one in. They've kept it alive. Karkane's got to make a play on that. Can't do it. Well, they'll get a chance here. Picked up by Rossard, back court. Shoji sends it over to Schultz, blocked out of it. Perry's picked it up. Shoji goes near side. Mika finishes the job. Well, Mateusz Mika had a rocky moment in the middle of that second set, but he got over it. Asseco Resovia of this match so far. Asseco Resovia nowhere near as one-sided as those two set scores would suggest. Ardakan certainly had their chances in the first set. They fought so hard to keep coming from behind in the second set. Never got ahead. And in the end, they can get back to putting Kawika Shoji in that arc, that green arc. That's where you want the setter to make contact. Then they got all the options open to them. The more it's spread out, the options diminish. But we're ready for the start of this third set. David Smith is ready to serve. And is this going to be the last set of the match? Let's find out. Now, David Smith isn't happy about something. There's a yellow card being waved around. It can only be a delay from Khatam, who also weren't too thrilled at seeing the card. Fahad Nazari, the libero, was slow getting back, shall we say, but anyway, now we can get going. Here's Smith. There's a block early, but it goes out. Again, Khatam may celebrate the point, but more worrying signs that Asseco Resovia managed to get good contact on so many of these outside spikes from Khatam. Get away with that one. Side out, Akbar Velaye with serve. Shoji sends it behind. Schultz drives it deep. Side out, Asseco Resovia. It is now Schultz, the man who broke the back of Khatam at the business end of that second set with those serves and that cross court. Come up with another good serve here. Not much of a play available there. Rossard can't find a winner though. Vardy's picked that up. And it'll go far side, and it took some touch on the way through as well from Akbar Velaye. Or did it? Well, that was the call down on the court from one of the side judges. but not in the chair. Yes, it has been. Yes, it has been confirmed now. Yep. It certainly looked like it took something. Senebar with serve. Shoji pushes that way over in the direction of Thibaut Rossard, who gratefully accepted the gift. Well, that's where you want your setter getting it, right in that arc. Now, Rossard, one of the two servers along with Schultz that you do feel is capable of blowing a set wide open. And there's a chance immediately here as Nazari has mishandled, and they pay for it as well. Well, anytime it goes over on first touch, on serve, you have got to bury it. And Nazari gifting it to them. And put away by Mateus Mika. So Rostar will stay in, and he'll be looking for another one of those. I suspect he'll be looking for the libero again. He's found him. That could be coming over again. No, just kept in. Perry's kept that alive. Rossard sends it over to Mika. Nazari picks that one up, back court. Here comes Khatam, and that drops in. Well, they're getting such good presence at the net that although a lot of blocks are dropping out, they are going to get their share of blocks that drop their way. And here's one of them. Ardakan trying to work the block. Shoji and Bonstonek combining, and this time coming up on the right side of it. But is there a net touch is the call from Khatam Ardakan. Let's have a look. Wow. It's a good call. So, Molahadjalu will now serve. A very, very good call that. Get that reviewed. Bonstonek can't find a winner. It's spun over on second touch by Vardy. Mika can't get a winner. Khatam picked that one up. Khatam looking to finish here, can't do it. Now they're saying again there's a touch. All the Khatam Ardakan players responding immediately to that, which is usually the indicator. Reza Mohammed, of course, calls for the challenge. Anytime you see all the players together immediately reacting, that usually tells you everything you need to know. And sure enough, there it is. Well, they're certainly making full use of the challenge system here, Khatam Ardakan. That's back-to-back challenges that have been successful. So Molahadjalu will stay on serve until he nets, side out. And it'll be Marcin Bodzonek due up next. The big fella goes back. The veteran skipper, 33 years old, former world champion. He nets. Gassem Khatam will serve. Picked up by Mika. Shoji sends it backside for Schultz to go cross court. Picked up by Molahadjalu, who's got a mid-range spike to try and deal with there. Perry takes care of that, and they'll go high for David Smith to just find an unstoppable angle. Drives that down where nobody could get it. Looked like an easy put away, but Smith took that so high. Forces the side out. Shoji. Nicely handled by Khatam. The block is there again to take Galami out of the play for now. Velaye will try and go near side. The block's there again. Smith once more. And the initiative passes to Resovia. What can they do with it? Oh, they pushed it too far. That was a golden opportunity. They'd stayed in the point. They'd got the initiative. All Smith had to do was keep it in play. All the hard work had been done. Smith has missed one. Golami serving Mika. Smith gets that one absolutely spot on. Big gap mid-court there. Big landing area there for David Smith to work with. Mateusz Mika. That's 6-all. Karkane handles. Big centre bar can't find a winner. Velaye. He's not going to either. Where's Perry going to go? Rossard. That's a good decision. Well, the libero turned setter. He had Thibaut Rossard on the backside and said, there you go. This one's all yours. And indeed it was. So Mika stays at serve. And that's been pushed too deep. That was an opportunity for Ramin Mollahajalu. And a bit like David Smith earlier, he'll be ruining that because it was set up nicely for him. And a gap opens up, a small gap. And that's a missed opportunity. And it forces Reza Mohammed to... Tayeb looks like he's coming back, the 21-year-old middle blocker. They're going to reintroduce him as Mohammed Senabar gets a sit down. Mika stays with serve. Velaye pushes that. Too far out. Mika did well just to stay out of the way of this. This was always risky. He had to just thread it past Schultz. And he managed to do that, but not keeping it in play. So the gap grows. Mika stays in at serve. Another little floater. Oh, that's horribly handled by Nazari. Rossard. Oh, how Farhad Nazari, the stand-in libero for Khatam Ardakan, would love to have that one back. That was an overpass that was always going to be punished. Nazari only really playing libero because Mahdi Morandi could not make the trip. The Iranian national libero. That one goes long, but Mika's job done. That's a big gap that's opened up early. Resovia, Asseco Resovia looking to wrap this up in 3. Good decision making in the back court. Vardy. Not sure that needed to be taken, but take it Mika did. Schultz gets a play on it, but nothing really there. And that's another wild one. That's Ramin Mollahajalu. He had a chance earlier from an identical position. That's 2 he's missed. It sends David Smith into the server position. It's a bit of a mess there. No real play there, so the initiative passes. Shoji makes an appearance, and Schultz finishes the job. And this already looks like too big a gap for Khatam Ardakan to overcome. Again, all sorts of problems with serve. Shoji with all the time he needed to get under that, pick his poison, and Damien Schultz went cross-court. And that might just be it. Khatam Ardakan at this level of competition, when you're on the road as well, that's very, very tough to overhaul. David Smith will look to just continue to pour it on here. Nicely dug out by Karkane. And it's another wild one. Well, Ramin Mollahajalu is having a tough time with his spiking at the moment. Rather desperately saying, well, surely that took a touch on the way through. Well, they've had a couple of really good challenges. This is another one. He certainly hopes it is. All eyes on the big screen. Well, nearly all eyes. Anything? Well, they're trying to suggest that Marcin Modzonek's got something on that, but I don't think that's going to stand up. No touch is the call. That, you would think, is the end of their hopes, and Mahalajulu checks out. He's had a rough few minutes as barman Jahandide, the captain, comes back in. So he comes back in. He comes in for the first time tonight. Saw plenty of him in the game against Trentino, the skipper. There's a lot of experience. Smith brings a lot of heat with that ace serve that targeted Akbar Velaye, and he had no antidote to it. This is a real nasty one. It's got pace, it's got spin, it's got swerve. And they've got this match finally completely under control now, Asseco Resovia. Karkane's handled that one, they'll send it over, nothing doing there for Velaye. He's managed to keep it alive, that's all he's managed to do. Here comes Schultz backside. Velaye handles that. Vardy's got himself back in place. Velaye will have another go. Shoji's picked that one up. Smith, Schultz with the push. Velaye's handled that. Velaye again, but it was travelling too close to Thibaut Rossard, who stepped in and said, thank you very much, I'll take the freebie. That was a point that they could have had something on, Khatam Ardakan. But the overset has sealed their doom. And this is starting to turn into an ugly set now for the Iranian visitors. A lot of spin on that one. Barman comes in and says, had enough of that. The captain leading by example with the cross court. Finally produces the side out. And you can't hit it much better than that. Bisecting the block, bisecting the backcourt, dropping it in. Velaye back there at 15-8 down. Shoji looks for the big fella. And it's Damien Schultz up next. There's the contact at the net from Tayeb. Now, Schultz going to treat us to another one of his specials. Oh, yes, he is. Well, it's special unless you're on the receiving end of it, like Akbar Velaye is. Another nasty one. Really unpleasant one to have to try and deal with. That may well have just dropped on the line. Certainly Velaye had to try and take it. It's another ace. Add it to the collection, Damien Schultz. Velaye's got something underneath that, but there's no play at all there for Velaye. The initiative passes to the other side, and Thibaut Rossard says, thank you very much. They are ragged, jagged, and breaking badly, Khatam Ardakan now. It's a shame for them because they made the first two sets so competitive. But having fought so hard, they're suffering a really bad reaction here, and another. Well, there's a bad miss, as it turns out, from Marcin Modzonek. I suppose if you're going to play a shot like that, do it when you're 2 sets up and a mile ahead in the third. But I don't think Marcin Modzonek will be hugely impressed with himself on that one. Won't want to see a replay of that one. Side out. Young Tayeb, the 21-year-old, with his first serve. Serves Mika. Normal service resumed. Thibaut Rossard saying thank you very much. And it's Rosar back there. The way he's been serving at 19-9, he might want to finish up serving. And it's not impossible. Here he goes. Well, after the big build-up, he nets side out. But Asseco Resovia can comfortably side out from here, should they wish to. Well, let's see what Barman can do about it with his serve. They'll send it backside to Schultz. That was as comfortable as you like. It's turned into extended training exercises now, really, for Asseco Resovia, who are so comfortable. Their double-digit lead restored. Marcin Mozdonek will serve at 20-10. Make that 21-10 after service reception was once again a mess, and it's been very, very ragged in this this third set. Velaye, the guilty man this time. He's had another nightmare there, Velaye. Well, he's getting a lot of movement on this Marcin Mozdonek, and Velaye won't feel too good about himself nevertheless. There was no pace on that, and he's just been caught by the flight of it. It's a nasty serve that Mozdonek sends in. And he'll be looking to send a few more of those in. There's another one that's moving around all over the place, and Velaye just needs to get taken out of the firing line for his own good here. Cannot handle this movement that Marcin Mozdonek is managing to find. Not helped, it has to be said, by Farhad Nazari, blocking him, getting in front of him there. Khatam. Bit of pinball goes the way of David Smith. Khatam keeps that alive. Second push is a good one from Mohamed Vardy. So the party is delayed. Marcin Mozdonek is having a chat about something with the second referee. But then will take his seat as Luke Perry, the Aussie from Perth, the libero, comes back in. Khatam serving. Rosar handles that. Rosar finishes the job. It's match point. Asseco Resovia, as easy as you like. And it's Goika Shoji back there at match point. Now, can they get a play here? Velaye's got a lot of work to do. It's blocked. So then it comes back over, but this is the chance. Mateus Mika, as he did last time, has done it again. He's come up with the winning spike. But 2 nights ago, it was at the end of a 5-set marathon. This time, it's been a comfortable 3-set jog for Georgi Cretu and Asseco Resovia. They win this one comfortably in the end in straight sets. The first 2 were competitive at 25-21. The third set was a rout at 25-11. And that means that just as in Pool A in Płock, here in Rzeszów, we know exactly who is going to the semi-finals after 2 rounds. Asseco Resovia